In last week's video, I showed how to create data bars in Excel. Data bars are a type of conditional formatting. They show up as coloured bars inside a cell and show how a given value compares to others. After I'd posted the video, I received an email, and Sarah, who sent the email, wanted to know if it's possible to apply conditional formatting within the data bar set. The example given was if a number in column B was 3 or less, display the data bar in red, otherwise display it in green. Well, unfortunately, a limitation of data bars is that you can't have multiple colours. However, in this video, I've got a workaround. If you want to follow along, you can download a copy of the practice file from the link in the description below. With data bars, Excel automatically leaves a small margin below each bar. However, my non-data bars solution involves changing the cell background, so you end up with this. So to make sure there's a gap between each bar, what I've done is inserted a blank row between each item and made the height of those rows really small, 7 points. This data shows the average scores given by Excellent Ice Cream's customers on a review's website. The review scores in column B can be between 1 and 10. So I started by filling columns C to L on each row with the numbers 1 to 10. Then I set the width of those columns to 24 pixels because I didn't want really long bars. There's nothing special about 24, you can use whatever value you like. To get the colours applied, I applied 2 conditional formatting rules to the cells in column C to L on rows 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. The simplest way was to apply the rules to one cell, C2, and then use the format painter to copy the rules. Both rules were use a formula rules. So let's do the green background one first. So I'm going to go over to C2 and I'm going to click on the Home tab and then Conditional Formatting and New Rule. And as I said, I want to choose the use a formula to determine which cells to format. To get a green background, the number in B for that row must be 4 or more, and the number in each individual cell between C and L must be less than or equal to the number in B for that row. So for the first entry, which is 8, we'd want the cells containing the numbers 1 to 8 to have a green background, and the other cells, the ones that contain 9 and 10, to have a white background. And this is the formula that I've used. Notice that B2 has a $sign before the B. This is so that when the conditional formatting is copied across and down, the reference to column B is retained. There are no $signs for C2, because when the conditional formatting is copied across and down, we want the reference to change to the cell containing the conditional formatting. So now I've done the formula, I will click on Format and go to Fill and set the fill colour to the green that I want. It doesn't really matter which green I pick, but I'll go with that one and click OK and OK again. Now we'll create the second conditional formatting rule for the red background. So if I go back to Conditional Formatting, New Rule, and use a formula to determine which cells to format. To get a red background, the number in B for that row must be 3 or less, and the number in each individual cell between C and L must be less than or equal to the number in B for that row. So for the third entry, which is 3, we'd want the cells containing 1, 2 and 3 to have a red background, and the other cells, the ones that contain 4 to 10, to have a white background. And this is the formula that I've used. So I now need to apply the formatting. So click Format, go to the Fill section and pick Red, click OK. And then click OK again. So I have two conditional formatting rules applied to that cell. To hide the numbers, I'll use what I call the 3 semicolon trick. So with C2 selected, in the number section of the Home tab of the ribbon, click the drop down, go to More Number Formats, click Custom, and in the box just below the word Type, type in 3 semicolons. What that does is that instructs Excel to hide the cell contents. So click on OK, and you can now see the cell contents are hidden. Then I want to copy all formatting from C2 across to all the other cells. The quickest way to do that is to double click on the Format Painter, which keeps the Format Painter active. Select the cells on row 2, the cells on row 4, the cells on row 6, and 8, and 10. And then click the Format Painter again to cancel it. And you can now see that what it's done is it's applied the formatting rules based on the numbers that we've got in column B. So if I was to change the 9 in B8 to say 2, it not only fills in 2 cells with the colours, it also applies the red. Well, Sarah and everyone else, I hope the video helped you out. And if it did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like more Excel tips, please check out my website at theexceltrainer.co.uk. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, have an excellent day.